Today, we're going to talk about note-taking through text and through lecture. There are two common methods, the Cornell note-taking method and the two-column method. Taking notes on assigned readings is not as common a practice as it should be among students. There are several advantages of text note-taking. It improves attention and concentration, which in turn positively impacts registration of information and memory. Text note-taking encourages students to identify the main ideas and supporting details of the reading in order to better understand relationships among ideas and the overall organization of the text. It results in a shortened version of the assignment with all the essential information needed for future exam review. Finally, text note-taking reinforces learning of the material being read, and it makes reading a more active process. Finish reading before taking notes. While it's not necessary for students to read the entire chapter before taking notes, you must finish titled sections or long paragraphs before selecting main ideas and paraphrasing. It is difficult to know what to record unless you have enough information from which to choose. Know what to record. Identify major topics based on section headings. Try to pick out one major idea per paragraph along with a few supporting details. Look for words in bold print or italics. The instructor's lecture should provide additional clues as to what should be emphasized in the reading. Be selective in what you record. Remember that the goal of note-taking is to produce a shortened version of the reading. This means that you must be selective in what is recorded in the notes. This is a skill that improves with practice. Try and use your own words. Information should be paraphrased before it's recorded in the notes. The time spent trying to understand a passage and recording the main ideas in your own words is the single most important investment of time you can make. The chances of remembering are greater if the work is in your own words. Work quickly and efficiently. Note-taking need not be and should not be painful and time-consuming. Read, think, write, and move on. The rewards will come at test time. Use an appropriate form of organization. Select a form of organization that will permit quick and active recall of the main points of the assignment. The Cornell method of organization is strongly recommended. With the Cornell method, different parts of the notebook paper have different functions. Notes are recorded on one half, keywords and concepts are recorded in another area called the recall column, and a summary is recorded at the bottom of the paper. The Cornell method of note-taking offers several advantages. It results in more organized notes. It allows students to quickly and identify key words and key concepts from a lecture. The notes can easily be used as a study guide for exam preparation. It is easy to locate particular pieces of information. The strategy may be adapted to a number of presentation formats. Directions for using the Cornell method are as follows. Divide the paper. Use loose leaf notebook paper and write on one side of the page only. Divide the paper vertically by drawing a line from top to bottom about 2 inches from the left side of the page, or you can fold the page. Documentation. Write the following information at the top of each page. Your name, course, date, and page number. When recording notes, during the lecture, record the main ideas and concepts on the right side of the page. This is the notes column. Rephrase the information in your own words before writing it down. Skip one line between ideas and several lines between topics. Avoid writing incomplete sentences. Try and use symbols and abbreviations that you understand. The format or style of the notes can vary, but avoid using a formal outline. As soon as after class as possible, review the notes in the right column and clarify any unclear information. Compare the information with the book and/or other students' notes. Then pull the main ideas, concepts, terms, places, dates, and people from the right column and record them in the left-hand column for recall. The summary may be in sentences or short phrases. It should include only the main ideas from the lecture. Use both sections of the notes to prepare for quizzes and exams. Here is an example of the Cornell method of note-taking. Notes along the right-hand side. Recall is along the left-hand side. You have your name, you have the date, page number, course along the top, and then you have a summary down at the bottom, essentially creating an outline or a study guide for a test, quiz, or an exam. The two-column method of note-taking involves dividing the paper into two columns and recording different types of information in each column. It's very similar to the Cornell method. The main differences between the two methods are that with the two-column method, keywords and ideas are recorded while taking notes and are not repeated in both columns. Like the Cornell method, the two-column method allows for easy scanning of notes to locate certain pieces of information. Notes taken using the two-column method may be used as study guides for exam or quiz preparation. So the directions for using the two-column format are as follows. When dividing the paper, use loose-leaf notebook paper and write on one side of the page only. Divide the paper vertically into two columns by drawing lines from top to bottom or folding the paper. As far as documentation, write the following information at the top of each page: your name, course, date, and page number. Record all keywords, ideas, people, or events in the left-hand column. Information in this column must be very brief. For each keyword or idea, record the corresponding description or explanation next to it in the right-hand column. As soon after class as possible, review the notes in the right column and clarify any unclear information. Compare the information with the book and/or other students' notes. Use both columns of the notes to prepare and study for quizzes and exams. Add any extra columns if necessary, depending upon the material, so feel free to modify. For example, you may want to add an extra column for recording relevant information from the textbook at a later date. Here are two examples of the two-column method of note-taking.